Yeah, I want to do a real quick video on installing a 2000 5.9 Magnum into an 85 Dodge W150. I lucked out. This was originally a 318 truck, so I just used the stock torque converter, reamed out the one hole on the Magnum flex plate. That all went pretty good. I did notch the 727 for the crank sensor. That was all pretty easy, but the one question that nobody really wants to answer, you can't find directly, is what do you do about the wiring? Well, I didn't trim any of the wires from the PCM yet. I haven't hooked up the OBD2 port. I just haven't gotten that far. I had some other things come up. I got the motor and the wiring harness from the firewall out, and that's really all you need. But there's only about 3 wires that seem to be really important on this, if you can believe that or not, after all the reading I did. The big one that really is kind of super important, well, the 3 wires, they're all important, but is this green and black one. Now what this does is this fires up the fuel pump, and I guess from what I've read it excites the PCM. So what I did is I hooked that into a 12-volt ignition source. Pretty simple, turns in and on and off with the key. The other thing I did is I hooked this solid red wire out of the harness into this black wire that's on this truck, and that seems to power up. It's a fusible link that powers up everything in this 85. Now there is another red wire that comes out of the 2000 harness that's red with a black stripe. I just cut it off. It didn't matter. And then the other thing I did is I took the starting solenoid brown wire and I hooked it into this starter relay or whatever this 85 Dodge has, and basically it fires right up with the key. So I just took my red 12-volt constant hot, tied it in there. My brown wire goes in here, and the rest of it I just left alone other than that green wire. Now I did save all the wiring harness from the fuel pump, and you can see I kind of had to throw this all in. I just threw the fuel tank in the back. But believe it or not, that's really about the gist of what it takes to make this thing run. I only have one oxygen sensor with no catalytic converter, just the front one. But here you go. It runs and drives. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't taken it down the freeway, but I mean, I have no problems. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody on the wiring issues, because I know I spent forever looking for the answers. So there you go.